Oh, fuck yeah, man. I remember when this came out.
Metaphiles! Great podcast! Number 69! Talk to you! Zach and Jason! They're so funny! Excuse me while I podcast!
Oh! 69. Woo!
Yeah.
That was way cool.
Yeah, man. We're fucking back to doing Metaphiles right now.
Yeah.
69th time we did it.
Count them. 69.
Yeah. Count them on your fingers that way.
60. I was counting my fingers. Yeah, I wasn't like trying to remember like how to do it. You know what I'm saying, man?
No. You know how to count on your fingers.
Yeah, I guess.
I've seen you do that before. Should we just kind of decide right at the beginning how many jokes about 69 do we want to make? And now are we at the limit already?
I think we're at the limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for anybody that was tuning in, worried that there'd be a lot of those, it's done. You're through that part already.
Don't touch that dial.
For anybody that hoped you'd get a lot of references to that particular sex act, enjoy the beginning of the show as many times as you like.
Yeah, and the good news is that you're on the internet, and at any moment you can open up a new tab and be watching that very thing in about 30 seconds.
Absolutely. And also, I'm sure plenty of great comedy hay being made out of said act.
It's possible. And
people talking about the hair.
The hair?
Stuff like that.
Yeah. And like, well, all that being said, I'm glad that instead of doing that on the internet right now,
yes,
our viewers are choosing to watch this wonderful podcast.
Yeah. Or at least doing both. If you've got us picture in picture here, and in the other is
no
some people
with that.
Sucking and fucking. Great.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can multitask.
And if you get your wires crossed, trying to multitask, that's fine. We give consent.
Yeah. If you get your wires crossed about 69, I think you end up with an 8.
Hold on, I'm doing the math. Yeah, that checks out. Whoa. Right, you're right, because the bottom of the 6 and the top of the 9 just kind of.
Yeah, so at one point the one person's butt is a part of an 8, and the other person's butt is also part of the 8.
Kind of hot.
Kinda, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, it isn't.
We're here to talk about texture.
Texture.
And not the textures that are involved in that act. I mean, I'm not putting a complete memorandum.
No kibosh. Memorandum. That. Ooh. Okay.
But it's not the main thing.
We'll keep it in our back pocket.
That's right.
Okay.
You keep it in your... Never mind. We're talking about textures all episode long.
All textures all the time, no commercials.
That's right. Even though, one could argue that commercials are a part of the texture of a media landscape. But And are they necessarily a good texture? No, they're not.
Oh.
But are all textures good? This is what we're here to find out for sure. Here on Metaphiles, the podcast that talks to you, in case the Jimi Hendrix lyrics did not make that clear.
I'm Jay.
I'm Zach.
We talk about us and the world and the why.
That's right. And that song was in my head to start the episode with because, of course, the 60s, and the year of 1969.
Right. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Okay.
Yes. And actually, that song was released in 1967. So should have actually started 2 episodes ago that way, but I forget what we were talking about then, and it didn't seem like a guitar soloing kind of a thing in the way that this one does.
You're right. We know hindsight is 69/69. So.
That's right. Yeah. Every time I think back on my life, I think about where my head could be in relation to other things. But we're not talking about that. We are talking about textures.
Yeah.
Of all sorts.
Yeah.
Yes.
The texture of the rust pole.
Certainly. Would you like to describe that one?
Sure. We got a room temperature rotund, slightly rusty, hard surface, with a bit of grit on its surfaces, pole-esque in form, undoubtedly. And as I rub my fingers against it, I close my eyes and I think about a hot dog that is actually made out of molten steel that has been cooled and rusted for 50, 60 years.
So for those of you at home who cannot be touching a rust pole at this time, take the feeling in your mental computer of touching a hot dog, take the bun away, take the condiments off.
The relish.
Whichever ones are on there is fine, but they are not needed right now. And now turn that into metal. Make it vertical. And you're there. And this is the sort of help we're going to be offering this entire episode long.
That's why our viewers keep coming back.
That's right. So here we're going to tell you how-to textures.
How-to textures. Yeah.
Texture it yourself. Podcasting.
TIY.
TIY. Yes.
This is our prop.
Yes, it is.
It's a little gun.
It's a very little gun.
Oh no, I hope that's visible.
The bullet that came out of it would be so small.
Yeah.
It could...
I'll do it, man. I swear to God. I can't do another podcast episode. I'll fucking do it.
It would be smaller than a mosquito's needle nose would, I think.
Yeah.
And for anybody who's not familiar with the texture of a mosquito, very small.
Imagine a very tiny texture.
Yes. Imagine a so small bullet.
Are you writing a poem? So small bullet.
So small bullet. Man. Excuse me while I think about textures.
Yeah.
Jay, do you have a favorite texture?
Whoa.
Hey.
Cats are pretty hard to beat.
You prefer a long hair or a short hair?
Give me short hair.
Yes.
You know, the warmth is a bit more accessible. The warmth of the cat body.
Yes.
You know.
And if I were to answer the question, which I will.
Hey Zach, what's
now,
your favorite texture?
My dog little garbage pail's fur is my favorite one.
Oh.
And that is short hair. And that is warm. And that is soft vis-a-vis. That's not the right way to say that. Soft more so than fluffy,
Uh-huh.
as a short-haired animal can offer. A softness.
Yeah.
Versus a fluffiness.
Le
Visa
fluffy.
versus.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, really, I mean, that was just off the top of my head, and frankly, it's hard. It's not like you can think through every texture that you've ever felt. I've felt
Not within the first segment.
at least not within the first segment, probably not the second segment. To be honest, really, if we're being realistic,
We'll see.
within the last 30 seconds, I've felt my own fingers,
Mm-hmm.
a tiny little gun, a microphone, my hair.
Yeah.
That's like, and
It's
then
good that you didn't say your own hair, though.
why not?
If you said your favorite texture was your own hair,
That'd be weird.
yeah, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But if you shaved your own hair off, made it into a wig that a cat could wear and pet the cat,
Whoa.
and you liked that, that's not so bad.
It's not so bad at all. Totally normal behavior, not bad or anything.
Let's go ahead and get on the fact tube, and please let's see a cat with just a full, nice head of hair.
Sure. Let's do that. That's a great idea.
Now that
Ooh.
looks like a nice texture.
I want to touch that.
Yeah, I want to touch that. Too.
Yeah. Really, for this episode, I think it should be called the texture tube.
Okay, and we
Yeah.
can pull up textures on it.
Yeah, let's have a texture right now.
Sure. Ah,
Ooh, nice.
yes. Get a nice wood grain.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
That's a nice one.
Like an untreated pine,
Yes.
fresh from the tree slaughterhouse.
Absolutely. Splinters abounding.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, that's a texture.
You're right.
Splinters is a texture.
Splinters is a texture.
Again, not all textures are good.
Mm-hmm. What about mouthfeel?
Okay. So I knew this was going to come
What
up.
about texture of food?
I'm going to jump ahead just a way.
Okay.
In a way and a ways. The research this episode is not research at all, but rather a game.
Ooh.
But I did, pop on the old internet and do a bit of research, I would consider it. I was researching if I was going to research.
Uh-huh.
I was seeing what sort of researches I could potentially research.
Potentially, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And on the Wikipedia for texture, which is just always the jumping off point,
Yeah.
the word mouthfeel was used.
Ooh. Whoa.
It is official.
That feels good.
It's out there, and there's no getting away from it.
Did you have to shut your laptop and just sit back and just kind of
Think
accept
about
it?
my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I thought back to all the times where my head could have been somewhere different in relation to other things. And the mouthfeel and all of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's a real term. It sucks.
I mean, I don't know. Zach doesn't like it when I say mouthfeel.
I don't like it when anybody says it.
Sure. Okay.
And it's not like a moist thing, or it's like it doesn't gross me out. It just annoys me.
Uh-huh. Well, you think it's like a meme term.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just I find it pretentious.
Oh, mouthfeel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just annoying.
Well, that's you can be annoyed by whatever you want.
Yeah, and I'm annoyed
You don't
by
have to like
things that are real.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you are.
I'm not just annoyed by, who's mad at Captain America. I'm annoyed by real things too.
That's good to know.
It's Captain
Wasn't
America
sure for a little bit.
and mouthfeel are at least two.
Okay.
What's a texture you want to stay away from? Other than something like splinters or lava.
Yeah, right. Oof. I know there's got to be one where it's like, ugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, well, here's a big thing is, are we including textures other than the physical? Because the audio world has textures.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right.
So it would be very obvious to say motorcycles.
Yeah, but nah.
People love it when I bring that up.
When you actually say it in an example like that, it makes me think like, no, that doesn't really count. Actually.
No, it doesn't. But I will ask this as we attempt to think of the other answer. Texture in an audio sense.
Mm-hmm.
Are you someone who subscribes to the thinking that listening to music on a vinyl record adds a texture to it that is so nice?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
And I don't really think it's a whole lot more than it just not being such good quality, to be totally honest. But in like certain regards of the audio, of the spectrum, the frequency fucking spectrum, you know, it's not all bad quality across the board. It's just like, you know, it's just like, boom.
It leaves your brain in charge of doing a little bit more of the work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To hear that drum go boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet, we've discussed before, motherfucker FLAC file. Get out of here with your FLACs.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that.
How about
the person who listens to FLAC files says mouthhole or mouthfeel, and they mean it. That's the same guy.
That's a little intense.
I don't think it is.
Well, yeah, it's the same type of person that like spends a bajillion dollars on like extremely insulated like audio cables when it doesn't actually matter a fucking bit. They get like these huge anaconda-looking audio cables. They're wrapped in so much insulation. It's like inches thick, and it doesn't fucking matter. And they're like, dude, you can totally hear it. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
And what they would say is...
shit difference.
What they would say is, I can hear Jeff Mangum inhaling between his lyrics. I can hear Jeff Mangum breathing on my FLAC.
Yeah, and it's like completely in their head because he's not.
He's not.
Yeah. Anyways, a little bit of a tangent.
A little bit.
Frankly, but...
Sorry, Jeff Mangum, by the way. Nothing against Jeff Mangum.
Okay. I've been trying to think of a texture because I know there's one out there that I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You know? I'm right there. It's it's something on my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what is it? It's some kind of liquid that gets on your hands. Oh boy. Garlic.
Liquid garlic?
Well, you know when you handle garlic, it's like this special kind of stickiness.
Yes, it's an oiliness.
Yeah, an oiliness with a stickiness, and like it's just really, unless I straight up take time to wash my hands, it doesn't really wipe off, and it's just the worst type of stickiness that I just really hate. For some reason, just a specific type. Nothing else is like garlic stickiness in your fingers, really. And I love garlic so much, but just that feeling of it on my fingers, I really hate it.
You need some special garlic gloves.
Garlic gloves.
Yeah.
Even then, it would suck because it would get all stuck to the gloves, and then I'd be worried about getting it off the gloves.
Well, but you only are wearing the garlic gloves when you're interacting with garlic, so you don't need to worry about it the rest of the time.
Yeah, but
You take the gloves off, you don't need to think about the gloves at all until the next time it's garlic time.
But there'd still be garlic on them.
Yeah, but they're garlic gloves.
I want to get off the gloves and use that garlic.
Oh, that's part of the bother, is that you feel like garlic is being wasted.
Well, also it gets shit stuck to it. Garlic does. Other pieces of garlic, the garlic shell, thin outer layer that you discard can get stuck on there.
So when you touch a clove of garlic, all of a sudden there's just garlic covering your whole body.
Yes.
You're like some kind of garlic golem.
Woo. Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's like every Italian, they sleep at night and dream nightmare about the garlic golem.
Yeah. Well, no, the garlic golem would come to defend them.
Oh.
I think.
Interesting.
Don't you think? Don't you think Italy gets to like have garlic?
Help me, garlic man.
Yeah. I feel like Italy could say garlic's ours, and who's going to argue?
Yeah, you're right.
Who's next best for garlic? Greece.
For garlic, I don't know. Probably the French. I would say.
I put all my money on Italy in that fight.
Interesting.
When the great garlic wars come around, I know which horse I'm backing.
Isn't that funny? The world used to have wars about fucking shit like that, salt and shit.
Yeah. It's like
just kill people and shit en masse just so they can get table salt.
Which there's so much of around. I feel like.
Yeah, I could throw my hat, which I don't have. And I could hit some salt right now, which tells you I don't even have a hat, and I can still hit it.
Yeah.
Let's do. I'm gonna do a little bit something different for the beats me.
Okay.
It's gonna be the farts me.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just gonna start.
Great.
Right there.
Cool. Is that all that goes on there for the whole episode? Is farts?
Just farts.
Okay.
Yeah.
69.
And I'll do another one just to get kind of a beat.
Great.
So here we go.
It was rhythmic.
And then, okay, now let's have a big one. Okay?
Space is filling up fast.
That'll go right here.
Space.
Cool. Okay. Well, I just want to get a starting palette.
Sure.
Sorry to derail, but
no, it's okay. We can get right back to talking about the Italy and France having a war over garlic.
Let's do it.
Or we could go even further back. Touching wet bread is upsetting. Or like sometimes, so low garbage pails, food and water bowls are right next to each other. And sometimes when I'm dumping food into the food bowl, a piece gets into the water bowl. And if I don't get that shit out of there quick, then it's going to be
blobs up.
Yeah, and it's going to be a big problem for me later because then I have to touch it like that, and it is not good.
Why don't you use an implement to scoop it?
Some kind of a garlic glove?
Yes.
No, why would I have an implement just for that?
Oh, sorry, that's my dog food spoon. My soggy food spoon. Don't use that for your cereal. Pardon, ma'am.
I mean, we do have... Excuse me.
Let's get another texture on the tube real quick. That was a good one.
We do have this old prop that we used
That'd be perfect.
To try and catch algorithms. This would actually be pretty good, and there's nothing else that I would be using it for. I just don't want any algorithms to get into my dog's food or water.
Yeah, that's so little fishnet free.
Yeah, never have owned a fish, so I don't know.
Why the fuck?
I don't know why.
Well, now it's gonna get used for sure.
Definitely.
'Cause, yeah, that's a shitty texture. You're right.
Yeah.
That's gross as fuck.
It's just like, it's not supposed to be like this.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Welcome to Leia Plays. This is part of the podcast where I pitch a podcast idea that could lead to a podcast that, if it were real, just might be a better podcast than this one, potentially. And this week we're going to do the Fartcast.
Okay.
All right, so welcome to episode 1 of the Fartcast.
No, we did this already.
No, we didn't. We did a Fartcast.
There was a Leia Playas where I had to lay a bunch of farts in for sure. Is that what this
really
is?
I think you're wrong.
Is that what this is? Am I about to have to do that? Because if it's not,
No, this is purely. I don't know where you're getting that from, and I mean you're very presumptuous right now, behavior. But all we
okay, if this is a new idea for a fart podcast, then I so truly apologize. But if you're about to say that I gotta lay farts in again, we did this.
Okay, do you not think I can have new ideas about fart podcasts? Because I can.
I want to believe that. I want to believe.
This is solely for the discussion of farts.
Okay.
Okay? It's a highbrow fart podcast. It's a bit of a niche, as you might imagine.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm concerned still, but
Okay. Well, so welcome to episode 1 of Gascast.
okay.
Zach, when's the last time you farted?
Oh. Well, ask me again right now.
Okay. Hey, Zach, when's the last time you farted?
Earlier.
How much earlier?
Not much.
Okay. Well, this brings us to our first segment of the Gascast. Famous farts lost to history.
Oh.
And this is when we think of historic moments that are a bit questionable and we wonder, was a fart actually the culprit?
Ah.
You know? Like the guy on the boat during the Revolutionary War, who was like, I regret, my only regret is that I have but one life to give for my country.
That happened on a boat?
Yeah, he was on a boat. They're gonna kill him on a boat.
Oh.
I don't know why on a boat, but
I never knew that was on a boat.
Yeah, look, it's the painting.
Oh.
Doy.
Do you think he was scared that he would accidentally say, I have only boat one regret? Like, no shit. Let me start over. I was thinking about a boat because I'm on a boat. Hang on. Let me say it again. I have only boat one regret. Fuck! Sorry, please continue.
So it's his last words, and he's like, I have boat...
I have only boat one life. Fuck me.
No, maybe they didn't actually ask him for any last words. He just had to really rip a fart before he died. And he was like, let me say some shit to cover it up. I have a word. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thank you for on the fly sound.
Well, it's fine when it's on the beats me.
Yeah, it's true. Clearly. Yeah. I mean,
So-
Apollo 13, everything went wrong. They couldn't land on the moon.
Sure.
Oh, Houston? We have a problem.
Now we got two of them, Houston. I'm the other guy on the spaceship. Now we got two.
Two problems?
Yeah, one's the fart. We had one, now we got two because the fart is one.
And also the spacecraft fucked up.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up, but somebody's already blowing up over here.
So that was a segment.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Dealey Plaza, Dallas,
What's that?
1960, whatever.
Oh, JFK.
Yes.
So it wasn't Magic Bullet. He just got shot with a bullet and then farted it into a different part of his body.
Yeah.
that does happen.
Or he was trying to hold the fart because he's in a convertible.
It's like, I can't crop dust all these people here in Texas today. I'm in a convertible. I have to hold it in.
I can't do it to all of Dallas. They'll think I'm gross.
John Fart Kennedy.
I'm gonna hold it in. Oh no, it's traveling upwards. And then it made his head explode.
That's a really good JFK impression of him holding in a fart while getting shot.
That makes his head explode.
Makes his head explode. Yeah, it wasn't a magic bullet. It wasn't even a bullet at all. There was no bullet involved. They just didn't want to admit to the country. No, he didn't get assassinated with a gun. He had to hold a fart in so bad that his head exploded.
Yeah, his own fart popped his head off of his back.
The president has been farted to death. He farted himself to death.
We would have been the laughing stock of the world.
Yeah.
Is there a third segment in Gascast, or?
Yeah, welcome to segment 3 of Gas. Well, that was only actually the first segment.
Oh, sorry. It was an introduction and then a segment, and now it's another segment.
Yes, segment 2. Great farts in history.
Oh.
This is when things went right because of farts.
Oh. Okay. I was about to say we've done this before, but
no, this whole podcast is just talking about history, but with farts.
Right. So some of the great farts this time.
Yeah.
Farts heard round the world.
That's right. Say. Yeah,
yes.
And as you might imagine, for most people throughout history, they wouldn't really want to be remembered for their farts, but they got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, there was, of course,
it's the ghost of JFK.
Yeah, he didn't like her.
I didn't fart myself to death.
I never farted. That was a little garbage pail knocking on the roof because he heard we talk about his fur's nice. But there was, of course, talking about great farts in history. There was the time during the Revolution where that guy on the boat was like, "My only regret is that I have but one fart to fart right now for my country, you fucks." And he farted and got such a big laugh that they were like, "You know what? You're all right, man.
You may have your independence."
Yeah. And he got to go home. Not so lucky for the other guy.
So he farted so well that they let him go, but he still faked his own death so that he can live without being known as the fart guy.
Well, no, there was the one guy who on the boat. Does that go on there?
Nah.
Okay. That's what JFK should have done. You gotta catch it. When you're holding in a fart so hard that it goes traveling up to your brain, you gotta get it out when it's right here.
Or else,
release. Otherwise, release.
Yeah. You go like the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah.
That's what they named that after. So yeah, that was one of the great farts of history for sure.
Let's see what
there
else.
was, of course, George Washington saying, "I cannot tell a lie." That was me.
That was me?
That what you're smelling right now? That was me. I cannot tell a lie about it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's a very famous one. Also, Paul Revere.
Yeah.
A very famous fart of history where he, drove his car around the colonies, said, "The British are coming."
Yeah.
And just in case people didn't wake up to hear him, he crop dusted everybody.
Yeah.
And they woke up and said, "Was this a fart?" "Oh no, it is a fart, but the British are coming."
The British also are coming.
Yeah.
So let's get away from here. A, to get away from this smell that's bad, and B, the British as well.
Yeah, it wasn't, the Minutemen, right?
Love that band.
Well, I mean the actual
Just
historical.
kidding.
little disrespectful to our founding fathers, but the famous, militia Minutemen, they weren't Minutemen because they could be ready in a minute. It was like, give me a minute, let me stand over here.
Right. Give me a minute, just roll the window down.
Yeah.
Then I'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
To fight also the British, right?
Yes. It was a very fartful time in history.
Yeah. Well, we were like getting tea out of our diet and replacing it with coffee, and
exactly.
coffee's a bit of a diuretic, so.
Wow. Well.
Yeah, that's why they also sort of, we can't end the segment about the great farts in history.
Right.
Without speaking, of course, of the founding farters. Who really set the stage.
Yeah. We hold these farts to be self-evident.
Yes.
Okay, think about it.
69 episodes.
That's been Gascast.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now to the metafiles. Jay, please excuse me for one moment.
What?
Okay, Jay.
What?
For anybody doing audio only, I have just brought a large bag to the table, literally. And what this is, Jay, is the texture sack. And in the texture sack, there are many, many items which have many, many different textures.
Oh.
And we are now going to play a game in which you will close your eyes and be handed a texture and have to guess what you are holding.
To ensure that I don't cheat, should I just put my hand in the bag? Well, no, the audience should be able to see.
Yeah, I want them
right.
to be displayed.
Okay. Well, I just won't cheat.
Yeah, just don't.
Okay.
Now, I want to assure you of one thing, and I truly, truly mean this. There is nothing in this thing that is gross. That's not what I'm trying to do to you.
Okay? One man's gross is another man's beauty.
That's true, but I feel pretty safe here.
Okay.
There's nothing slime. There's nothing...
Okay.
It's not that.
Okay.
Okay?
Any garlic?
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, all right. You're right. My bad. Okay. This is a good one. I'm ready.
Okay. And here's how scoring is going to work. There are 40 items in the texture sack. We'll see if we get to all 40. I think we probably can. Each one has a guaranteed 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them, once you have ascertained what they are, I'm going to ask you to be more specific. And anytime I do that, if you can correctly guess the more specific aspect of them, you will get 2 additional points.
Okay.
For ones where there isn't anything more specific, I'm just going to give you 3 straight up.
Okay, sure.
So, out of 40 items with 3 potential points per item, there are 120 points total in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you score less than 60, you have lost. Does that seem fair?
In the spirit of our games and how we've always played them in the past here on the Metaphiles, let's up it to 80.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I lose most of these games.
Yes, you do.
And sometimes I can get a little salty about that, but fuck that.
You're being bold.
I'm being bold, man.
I like it. So then there's only one other question. Well, two questions. First question is, what are the stakes of this game? Or are we just purely playing for love of texture?
Well, I don't think we've ever made good on any of the
We
stakes.
have not. Well, we made good on one.
You got me a helicopter.
I did.
RC helicopter, which I cherish.
Yes. And I was happy to do it, but yeah, the one time we ever did follow up, I was at about $25, I think.
Yeah, one of them, I was supposed to like watch you eat a meal at a restaurant.
You were going to buy me a steak and you were only allowed to have water. Which, that wouldn't have really happened. I would have felt bad.
I don't think we've ever even stepped foot in a restaurant together that sells steak. Maybe Flea Street.
Yes, we have, but it's okay.
Yeah, no steaks.
No steaks.
Steaks.
No more steaks on any games until you bought me a fucking steak.
Agreed. And also, remind me to bring in the RC chopper subsequent episode, maybe next week. It deserves its time in the sun.
Yeah, we can fly it around. Okay, so then the only other question left to ask is, Jason Ford, are you ready to play?
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and give us 20 full minutes to do this. All right, please close your eyes and prepare for your first texture. Hold your hands out.
Oh, I can strap hold it.
Yes.
Well, it's clearly a fake rose.
That's absolutely correct, and there is nothing more specific about that. You're starting off with a nice 3 points. And once you've guessed, you are, of course, yes, welcome to look at the item. Okay, please close your eyes.
A box.
Yes, that's correct. Be more specific, please.
I'm going to go with a Ritz cracker box.
Incorrect. Jay, please open your eyes.
Oh, fuck. Vanilla wafers. That's actually pretty fucking close.
Empty box of vanilla wafers. I already ate them all. They were great.
Vanilla wafers are so good. Banana pudding with those sons of bitches.
Yes, definitely.
Ooh, can I also construct a craft with my... Okay.
You absolutely can do that. I can't guarantee it will lead to any bonus points for you, but...
It should.
All right. Would you like a larger item or a smaller item next?
Elijah.
Okay. Let's go with this one.
That's a bucket hat.
Be more specific.
You bought one recently. Well, not so recently, but you were really jazzed about it, and I hated it, and it was black.
Open your eyes. That's correct. It's the bucket hat I bought that everybody who saw me in it basically said that I made a mispurchase and I don't really wear it anymore. So.
Sorry, man. It just didn't work.
No, I appreciated the honesty. Okay. Next item.
Oh, clearly a beer bottle.
It is a bottle.
Ooh. It must be a prop bottle, fake bottle, not a real beverage.
It did contain a real beverage. I may have washed it out after the beverage was not.
Well, I mean, it's just a blind guess. I mean,
yes, most of these will be.
It's got to be some kind of beer that we drink.
It is not a beer.
Ooh, I didn't know there was going to be hints either. By the way,
I didn't either.
But it makes sense. I mean, there's no fucking. How could?
Yeah. All right, no more hints then. 80 points, no hints.
Okay. What else?
You knew that I bought this thing when I bought it. That is a hint. I take it back. There are hints.
Is it sarsaparilla?
No. Good guess, though. I think you're out of guesses on this one. It is a bottle of Jones brand turkey and gravy soda that I bought around Thanksgiving, and I did drink some of it, and it was the grossest thing I've ever drank in my whole life.
I'm glad I didn't smell it. I'm glad you washed it out. Thank you.
So yes, I may have broken my gross rule had you. Okay. Next item.
I almost had my eyes open. That was quick. So this is a stuffed animal.
Yes, be more specific.
Let me see.
This is where the texture. This is a game about textures. How good is Jay at textures?
Well, I mean, to be honest, more about shape.
Sure, but that's a texture. No, the fur told you it was an animal. The glass told you it was glass. You're feeling all the pieces of this animal.
Okay.
The fur.
Well, I mean, it's got to be a monkey.
It is, of course, a monkey.
Okay.
Is this game working?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Next item. I'm just going to start grabbing them at random here.
Paper.
Yes.
Of course, I must guess what's written on it.
That's correct. You must tell me what, if anything, is on this piece of paper that you are holding.
Metaphile's notes?
Incorrect. It's blank. Next item.
Oh, sounds like a book.
Wow, audio texture coming in handy. Now this one is certainly about the shape, the heft.
Mm-hmm. Dune?
No.
Ooh,
I'll give you one more.
It's probably some fucking X-Men bullshit.
No.
Moby Dick.
It is Herman Melville's Moby Dick or the Whale, as made famous on our live stream episodes.
Hell yeah.
That's a 3-pointer, baby.
Ooh.
Next item.
Ooh. Oh.
There's nothing more specific about this one. You tell me what it is, you get all 3 points.
Well, it's just a plastic toy.
Of what?
A skull.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
At the end of the game, this is not point related, but at the end of the game, I'd like to know what your favorite of all the textures was, if you can. Okay. Next item. I hope this is good podcasting because I'm having fun.
It's an action figure.
Yes, be more specific. What sorts of textures are you finding on this action figure?
Little gun.
Yes. This man is holding a gun. He is a man. I assume you could tell that so far.
Yeah. I knew that before I knew it was an action figure. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, man. He doesn't have any headwear. He's bald.
That's correct.
He's got some kind of flat shoes on.
Right.
Loafers.
Perhaps.
Kind of vest type deal. Man, it would suck to be blind.
You can't say that.
No, I'm commiserating with them.
Okay. If you're blind, go ahead and comment and say if that's nice for you or not.
I'm going to go with like Han Solo. No, he's not bald.
He's not bald.
I don't. Oof. Shit.
I mean, Harrison Ford might be bald in real life by now. I don't know, but...
What if he was bald the whole time? His whole career is just a wig. Who the fuck is bald with a gun?
And a sensible shoe. Don't forget that part.
Sensible shoe. Oh, man. I really don't even know.
I'm going to ask for one more guess.
Can you get a hint? It's grimy.
Go ahead and give that chin a touch. It is a little grimy. Sorry, it wasn't meant to be. What are you feeling on the chin? What's the texture like on the chin? Are you getting anything there?
No. It just feels like a chin, but I'm going to just...
You should be feeling a goatee.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where texture has failed us. The makers of this action figure should have applied themselves a little more.
It doesn't really help, honestly, to know a goatee. I really don't know.
You said that he was not wearing headwear. He might have been. In fact, this toy may have come with a removable hat.
Oh, fuck.
And the hat, it was quite iconic.
What the fuck? I give up. I really am not getting anything.
It is, of course, Bryan Cranston as Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I would have never fucking guessed that.
Next item. Let's get a smaller one in here. Okay, Jay, this one's a little complicated. And you should hold your hand out and know that what is about to go into your hand is small and it's 2 pieces.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh.
These ones have a very specific and recent origin. That's your hint.
Ugh. They feel like little clams.
No.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's the texture you're getting?
Smooth.
Yes, but what else?
Sharp.
Yes. Think about that.
Some kind of shoes? Little tiny shoes? I don't know. This is so weird.
This is something that appeared in our lives on camera.
I don't know.
Nothing?
Yeah, I know. I'm giving up.
Okay. They're the vampire teeth that Rosa,
our
former
Jesus.
guest brought. Here, those go back in this little thing.
Oh.
That was a tough one. They can't all be plastic skulls. Ready to keep going?
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Is a flute? A recorder?
This is a recorder. 3 points.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next.
Hand me objects. Bag of balloons.
Yes! 3 points. That was so fast.
Thank you, thank you.
You felt the ends of them?
It's such a... And it is actually good for texture specifically, yeah. And not... Yeah, it's just... And ballooned rubber is such a specific type.
Even through the sealed bag you had it.
Yeah, it's the bounce back that it has. It's so fucking specific. Even if I didn't feel the little ends, if I just felt the middles. Yeah. Right? I'm just it's so specific.
I grabbed this one and thought, can this go in the bag? And I was like, oh, very tough. Until I felt the ends that you blow into. I was like, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot about textures in the world here.
I want to use one.
Well, I mean, you once said there would be no more balloons on Metaphiles ever, but if you want to
fucking
break
lied.
that rule,
I lied.
use every one of those things.
If I can get out of...
Here, we'll both do one.
Oh, they're sticky.
Ooh, they are.
Okay.
Here we go.
Wait.
Oh, mine was defective. It popped like JFK's head.
I don't think these work without a pump, actually.
Yeah, those are very tough.
Shit.
Sorry.
Well, you popped yours, so that's impressive.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't get too hung up on either of those aspects if I were you.
Some kind of strange toy
Yes.
of it's a dick.
It's a dick. It's a little dick that I stole from work one time after a bachelorette party was there. And it does that.
Fuck.
And I think that gets to go right here.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Also, I'm suddenly become very insecure about my masculinity and sexuality, being able to identify a cock in my hand.
Well, you've had a lot of practice, I'm sure.
Okay.
All right, next item.
Another book. Oh, wait. Whoa. DVD set.
Correct. Be more specific.
What we got here? I'm already thinking Planet of the Apes. It's obviously okay. How many parts are we talking here? Because that's going to be a clue. Okay. I want to drop them. Oh yes, this is my favorite film. Oh fuck. It could be so many fucking things.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with oh fuck.
I think you just got to take a shot, bud.
Okay, yeah, I know. It's like I'm gonna go with a short TV series.
It's one season of a TV series. I'll give you that.
Breaking Bad, I guess. I'll just go with that again.
No, I would not have doubled up. It is Lost season 2.
Oh.
The season where we deal with the people from the back half of the plane. All right.
Yeah, there's no.
I needed to make some of them hard because some of them are going to be a rose.
And also, I probably could have guessed Lost, knowing how much you love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something that would have been worth me owning on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next item.
TV remote.
Correct. That's a 3-pointer. That's a TV remote for a TV that we don't own anymore, but I still have the remote. What are you supposed to do with that now?
Hey, you got that too. What is?
Well, that's gold. But what are you supposed to do with an old remote?
Clearly, yeah. Nunchucks. No.
I wish.
Oof. Oh man.
All right, give us the texture.
It's wood. It's some kind of figure of a person.
Yes.
That's
all you need to know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just a little pumping, just a little dancing puppet man.
Okay, let's do a little bit here.
Sure. Great. Perfect.
Whoa.
Incredible. Episode 69.
Yeah, he's got a gun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Whoa.
And he could be watching Lost Season 2. Okay, here we go.
Another little figure.
Yes.
Oddly shaped head.
Yep. What are you getting from it?
Thinking it's an alien. humanoid alien species. Be 4 digits. Okay. Is it a Simpsons character?
Yes, it is.
Homer Simpson.
Yes, it is. 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, we are getting to it.
Skateboard. A tech deck.
It is a tech deck.
Just watch.
Yeah.
Watch this
Hell
real
yeah.
quick.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't even think we're going to see it on camera, but I'm seeing it. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well.
Thank you.
Seems like. Okay. And we're honestly through a lot of the hardest ones, but there's still some tricks to be played here.
Some tricks for your fingers. Ooh. I don't even know. Obviously some kind of toy.
In a way.
A piece of like a thing. But yeah, I couldn't. There's no way I could know this.
It's a clown nose.
Oh.
Big red clown nose. Yeah. Bought that for $1 at a Rite Aid one time.
Worth it? $1?
Oh, hell yeah. All right, Jay. Here we go.
Her glass. This is lipstick.
No.
Chapstick.
No.
Makeup.
No.
What the fuck? Lip balm.
No.
Some kind of ointment. It's glue.
It is a glue stick. An old glue stick with not really any glue left in it that still is just kicking around for some reason.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Yep.
Sure.
We're gonna try and speed up here.
Sure, okay.
Because the timer has gone off and I don't know if anybody has liked any of this, but I have.
What the fuck? What the There's no way.
This is like completely esoteric. It's a little fake party hat hair clip. Yeah. It's that.
Okay.
You want to do that and the nose for a second, maybe?
I got the nose way
you
out.
flipped the
yeah,
nose.
it's
Okay.
probably
That's
covered
okay.
in
That's
spiders.
okay. Next item. This one I think you're going to get immediately.
Really?
Yes. Concentrating purely on texture.
What's a ruler?
No.
It's
Think of those bumps and those edges. And those textures. And it's a bit flimsy seeming, isn't it? Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to guess it, honestly.
Give me a wild shot in the dark here.
Some kind of piece of a miniature set?
No, but it is a piece of something that goes into something, and the thing does not work unless this is in it.
I don't know.
It's
whoa.
a computer chip.
It's a
RAM stick.
Yeah, stick of RAM. Yeah.
All right, Jay. Getting to the nitty gritty here. Next item. This is the other name for this game is just what weird shit was in Zach's room that he.
This is a one-hitter?
No.
Crack pipe.
No.
Okay. Meth pipe.
Yes.
No, I can't tell. No. Oh, it's a shell.
It's a shell casing from a bullet that I found in an ashtray outside of a gas station in West Virginia many years ago.
Yeah, it's a 7.62 by 3.9 Soviet.
Sure. Okay.
Something paper. I can hear it. A receipt.
No.
A ticket.
No.
A bookmark.
No. It could be used as that. But what couldn't? Has the smelling part ever helped?
The book, but
Okay.
there was like, it's already a book.
Right.
So no, it hasn't helped.
But it helped you know how old of a book it was.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
Yeah.
This one's very tough. Because it doesn't feel like how you expect it to feel.
It's just a piece of paper.
No. Well, it is, but it means something.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a piece of money, but from Guatemala, and it's a different texture than our money, which is what threw you off.
Waxy.
Waxy. Silken almost.
Mm-hmm.
Texture of money can be different around the world.
It's the texture of money.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
A glass.
Yes, be more specific.
A highball glass.
Sure. Try and feel around on those textures, though.
Yeah, there's some shit on it.
Yes. This is where I really, really want you to put your fingers to work, Jay.
Really?
Trace those feelings. What are you thinking? What are they showing us on this glass?
I can't tell. Just
there
from
are
feeling
distinct shapes. We're seeing multiple different things that are all within one category.
Dinosaurs?
They're dinosaurs, Jay. It's a glass with dinosaurs etched onto it. Very nice job.
Thank you.
That's great.
Hell of a glass.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
A Taco Bell hot sauce packet.
Yes.
I've eaten a little bit of Taco Bell.
You knew it was Taco Bell right away.
Yeah.
Which I thought you would.
Those are pretty distinct.
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
Troll. No. A bunny.
No.
Ooh. What the fuck is it?
I would say for this one, pay attention to where that string is. That might help you. This might help you get a sense of which direction to be feeling in. Because where would the string be?
At the top.
That's right. Texture.
Okay, let's see. It's a big old head.
Mm-hmm. I will say this is probably my laziest choice.
Huh.
That's your hint there.
Really?
Yes. You're feeling some little ears, some little limbs, and a
Garfield?
No, less specific.
Right, his ears are on top too.
True.
And
And if you smelled it, it would smell like lasagna.
what does this one smell like? Nothing. Smells like the mouth hole.
You know it's an animal. You know it's a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the 1 point right away.
I don't know what it could be.
Okay. Well, for the sake of speed, it's another monkey.
Oh.
Yeah. I could have just almost made the whole thing be those, but yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Whoa. There's a pig nose.
Yes, it is. It's a prop pig nose.
Better wear it.
You better. Yes, specifically from when I played Officer Piggins in a play written by former guest of the show, Dakota. Okay, here we go, Jay. That's going to really help your smelling for the rest of these items.
Right. This is Matchbox?
Yes, it is. An empty one. All right. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 left after this one.
This is a guitar whammy.
That's correct. Okay. Here we go.
Ooh. Little tin?
Yes, and this is a smeller for sure. What do you smell there? What do you smell and feel? There's one more thing in the tin, and I think it would help you to touch that other thing that's in the tin. What's that feel like?
Marijuana?
That's correct. It's some decades old pot that I found in my room today.
Whoa.
Decades old. Never was smoked.
What are these?
Probably old roaches or something.
Jesus.
Okay. I knew that one was going to pay off.
Ooh. Oh. A Nerf dart.
Correct. Okay. Ready?
Sounds like scissors.
We're almost done, folks. Hope you've learned a lot about textures.
A belt buckle.
That's right. And be just a little more specific if you could.
Oh, I'm too late.
Too late. It's a belt buckle that has my initials on it that I've had since I was a little kid.
You should use that.
I should, but I haven't. Okay. We have so few left, and a few of them are very challenging, and a few of them are not. Which would you like right now?
Challenging.
Okay, let's go with one of the most challenging ones. I'll give you a little leeway on this.
Okay. It's a card. Identification?
Yes. It is not an identification card, but it is a card which could
library
be
card?
used to identify something. No, it is not a library card.
A trading card.
No.
It's got rounded edges.
Right.
Oh, fuck. It's a board game piece.
It is not. I think you have lost this one. It is a business card that was handed to me in a bar once by Gary Busey's daughter, who is a photographer. Gary
Electra.
Busey's daughter.
Electra Busey.
I got to meet her. It was a real thrill.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Here we go.
That's something else. Ooh. Coin.
Yes, which one?
A dime.
No.
A nickel.
No.
A penny.
You lose. You lose. You got that it was a coin, but I can't let you have that many guesses on that.
Fuck you.
Okay, here we go.
I was too hasty, frankly. A battery, AA.
AA, baby. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You're like Energizer or...
I thought about being that harsh.
Ooh. Dude.
Okay, giving it back to you now.
Postcard?
No.
Photo?
Yes, of.
Real life photo of Godzilla.
No.
Of you.
And?
Travis.
No.
Smoko.
No. You lose.
Oh.
It's a picture of you and me and former guest of the podcast, Laura Feltz.
Oh.
Okay. Here we go.
Another photo.
No. Well,
a trading card?
There is a photo element to it. But what else are you feeling?
Plastic wrapper.
Yes. And there's something inside of the plastic wrapper, isn't there?
Yeah.
And what is that based on texture?
A CD.
That's correct. And what is it a CD of?
Oh, I looked already.
Okay.
My bad.
All
Give me
right.
2 points, I guess. Chop, chop, chang.
It's my electronic AP. It's
Your
still
electronic
available
AP.
on bandcamp.com. Okay. We have 3 more, Jay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go with this one.
Oh.
It's a
Some kind of
keychain.
keychain,
It's a
yeah.
keychain, yes. But what is it of? It's not a cock this time. In case that's what you were thinking.
A snake?
No.
Alligator?
No.
Crocodile?
No.
Lizard?
No.
Frog?
No. It's a keychain of an alien.
Uh,
I'll give you the point on keychain, I guess, because I've been mean on certain other ones. Okay. Here we go. Next to last one.
okay, it's an action figure.
Yes.
Of...
Get those texture fingers going. Where your right thumb is somewhere I would say you should concentrate on. They did do the texture work on that.
Is this a Star Trek character?
No. What do you think your thumb is feeling right there?
A badge.
Close. It's a piece of neckwear.
What the fuck? I don't think I know this character.
You do.
Yeah?
I will go ahead and give you a big old hint on this one.
What do you got?
The thing you're feeling around his neck is a red bow tie. Go ahead and give that nose a feel real quick.
Is it the Joker?
No, but that's a good guess.
Two-Face?
No. I didn't give you any comic book characters this whole game.
Pee Wee Herman.
It's Pee Wee Herman!
Ew.
It's an action figure of the late, great Paul Rubens as Pee Wee Herman.
Bless him.
R.I.P. We miss him and love him. All right, Jay, last one.
All right. Whoa. Firecracker. Firework. No, an onion. No, garlic. Fucking hell.
It's a piece of garlic. I couldn't fucking believe it when you mentioned garlic. Or couldn't fucking believe it when you said garlic.
That's so fucking funny.
I assumed you meant like unwrapped garlic was gross, so when I said it wasn't gross, I still felt like I was okay to say that.
That's so fucking funny.
Unbelievable. I had to save it for last. The texture sack is empty. Jason Ford, please talk to the people about textures for a moment while I calculate your score.
Nah, we're going to do a fart beat.
Okay.
Yeah, add a new one to the... That one right here. Okay, and maybe a deeper one. Nah. That one. Okay.
Jason Ford, you felt so many textures in the texture sack. Whew. We'll talk all about that in the third segment.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask how you think you did. Points-wise.
I think I did pretty good.
Do you think you cleared the 80 mark?
I think so. Yeah.
Jay, you scored 87 points. You have won the game.
Hell yeah.
You defeated the texture sack.
Fuck you, texture sack.
You scored well over half. You were right to be cocky. You know textures. Your fingers are intelligent. We'll be right back. Just welcome back. Just regular welcome back. Yeah. I kind of want to do the Jimi Hendrix song again, but it's like, I don't know.
YouTube might be like, you're doing copyright.
They probably are going to be mad of how accurately we've been doing it.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
Yeah, and parents are going to be upset about the awesome skateboard tricks that you're doing.
Yeah.
But the main thing is we're back. It's Metaphiles number 69, segment 3. Why textures? Why?
So that you can identify a bunch of random things with your eyes closed. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Yeah, so that you can go through weird random crap in your room and make your friend touch it.
True.
I'm gonna wear the bucket hat for segment 3, and we'll let the fans decide.
Yeah, sound off in the comments if it's a fashion disaster or fashion whatever else, like good fashion.
Yeah. Is it one of the
term is.
Is it one of the hats heard around the world?
Ah.
You know what though?
What's that? Podcasting is tiring me out. What's up?
It's thirsty work. So there's two things about wearing the hat right now. One is I haven't worn it in a while, and I forgot that it is too small. That's the real problem with it. It's too small.
Hats need to be the right size for your head.
And so it's crushing my skull.
Ooh.
And it feels like it's going to send my brain out of my butt in a reverse JFK
kind
of situation.
That's bad.
And also, I feel like it's having a strange effect where it's filtering noise strangely.
Oh.
And I don't sound like how I sound on the show, so I'm going to get rid of it. And you don't even need to sound off in the comments. That hat, I think, is dead forever.
It fucked up your ear texture is what happened.
It did. That's was
strange.
Like the opposite of a vinyl record.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yes. And much like one puts a needle on a record and like this little gun shoots out little bullets that are smaller than a mosquito needle, I would like to shoot that hat with that gun. Oh, save Pee-wee. Save Pee-wee. He's been through enough already.
Here you go, Pee-wee. Here's your gun. He's packing it.
Yes, but he's not doing anything inappropriate. And And this is way over here, far away from him, and he's not even involved in that at all.
You can clearly see that there's Guatemala currency between him.
That's right, and he didn't spend that or is not receiving that.
Nope.
It's nothing like that.
I
don't want to get his ghost in trouble.
Please no.
Textures. Here's one we can talk about. The turkey gravy soda. That's not something that should have the texture of being a soda.
Yeah.
And they knew it when they made it. And I bought one out of morbid curiosity, and I got what I deserved. And I'm sure the Jones Company is laughing at me, and they're right.
Maybe they actually think it's good.
I don't know how you could.
Maybe there's just everybody that worked on it, or just it's actually pretty good. You know, I know it's weird, but it's actually pretty good. And other friends are like, yeah, it's actually, I guess so.
They deserve to have a mass firing.
Yeah.
And the Jones Company should be renamed to X Soda, and nobody that worked there before works there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea and a sound business decision.
Definitely. And we'll shoot all the remaining turkey gravy soda out into space. And just let it float around up there.
Yeah. I'm going to round out the beats, the farts me.
Please do.
With one of these.
Nice little snare hit.
Yeah.
Snare fart.
Now let's do a beat. Very fun. Very fun.
Yes. Very fun. Very 69.
That's true.
Yeah. So, Jay, of all those textures, the getting the dinosaur glass was the most impressive. That was the biggest challenge that wasn't impossible that I felt like I gave you, and you nailed it. Pee-wee also. I mean, I helped you on that one, but of all the textures, which was the texture that you liked the best?
That I liked the best?
Yeah.
Probably the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Books are just... it's actually kind of interesting insight having a book show up in the middle of all those things and feeling with my fingies is...
Your highly intelligent fingies.
Oh, thank you. Is the book is it's a strange thing to hold. It's not like anything else because it's at first it's solid and heavy, but then you investigate a little bit and it's a bunch of tiny little, little papers.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And there's, they got that paper texture to them.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting object, a book.
And here on the episode where we are helping the audience to texture it yourself, that's a breakdown of the texture of a book.
Thank you.
It feels like one thing, but it's actually a lot of little things.
Yeah.
And each of those little things is paper.
Mm-hmm.
And they work together to tell a whole story about a whale.
Yeah.
Kind of like this show.
It's like a internet book, an ebook.
Yes. And we're on the 69th chapter.
Hell yeah.
And we've had so many villains.
That's true.
Yeah. So what the fuck else are we going to talk about texture then?
Well, I read at some point, and maybe this would have shown up in the research section had we done it, but that the amount that your finger can feel is like some kind of insanely small little fucking, down to a certain amount of molecules it can decipher some crazy fucking thing about how sensitive it is. And it makes sense if you ever like actually pay attention to shit you touch and like really dwell on what you're actually feeling. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, you're never touching it as much as you wish you were.
Ooh. Interesting. Well, depends on what we're talking about.
True.
Garlic?
Splinters, lava?
Don't want to touch it.
Uh-uh.
Big honking jugs on a hot lady?
Oh, sure.
Touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. It's the whole spectrum of don't want to touch, want to touch.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of shit in between there.
Yes, but on one end of it is big honking jugs, and on the other end is garlic / splinter / lava. And there's all things in between. Empty vanilla wafer box, somewhere in the middle.
Maybe smack dab in the middle.
I think it's right there. Because you want to get into those big honking jugs that are the wafers that are inside the box.
Yes.
You want to be touching those more.
Yeah. Yeah. All astute observations for sure.
Yeah. Okay. What's a cookie that has the texture just to touch it? That's nice. What's a cookie you want to roll it around in your fingers for a little while before you even smell it? Which is the next step.
Which is the next step. Let's see. A cookie.
I think a ginger snap's kind of nice to just
Oh, yeah?
roll it around there. It's got the kind of pockmarked top.
Yeah?
But not so much so as like an oatmeal raisin or a chocolate chip would have.
I would say, for me, it's the kind of sugar cookies that are kind of oversized and they got a bunch of frosting on the top.
Yeah.
They don't really taste the best.
No.
But they certainly are very soft.
They are better to touch than to taste, the sugar cookie in general.
It's like a diet, like a fad diet. Just feel the food with your fingers.
Feel the food.
Like, oh.
Tired of feeling the burn, feel the food. Yeah. And, yeah, they don't leave too much on your fingies when they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
A powdered sugar that's a bummer. That's just everywhere now.
Yeah.
Gotta really pay attention to what happens next.
Well, let's say, so in order to answer the why texture question,
Yes.
let's just say, like, what can touching something, let's say you have something that's within your hand, you can see it, smell it, hear it, taste it. Why do you need to feel it too?
Yeah. Okay, so if I didn't know any better, and I smelled all right, I'll try and take this out of the realm. I'm gonna make you blind again for a moment.
Sure.
I smell this. Sure. Oh, I smell it. It's metal. I look at this. Oh, it is metal. I put my tongue against the side of it. Yep, metal. Then I touch it. Oh, sharp. It was a knife. Pretty good that I could texture it, right?
Because otherwise you'd just be slicing through your shit.
I'd be eating a knife.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah, texture's got to be evolutionary at some point.
Sure.
Do animals feel it?
Yeah.
When they touch a big honkin'
pair of jugs?
Yeah.
What? Anyways. Surely they do.
Yeah.
So also I was just thinking, like, if you feel something like a piece of wood that like should be solid and seems all indications otherwise, but you touch it, it's like, oh, that's a soft, rotted piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Including like a piece of a tree.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Temperature as well. You don't want to touch something that's going to, like the knife.
Yeah, if the knife is hot.
Temperature's the same way.
Now that's even worse. What if you were using a big piece of tree bark as a blanket? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Like if that was a texture that was as appealing to you as cotton.
Huh. It wouldn't provide the same insulation.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think let's do the stuff.
So yeah, white texture is just like, yeah, you need to explore the world in ways that is useful, but not. So okay, what's the stuff?
Yeah.
What do we got?
The villain of texture is your hands got cut off.
Maybe gloves.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Including garlic gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, villain of texture is gloves. What else do we do on this show?
Well, this is a podcast. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, we talk to you. Where does it go? King BB. But, new rule, we have to also say where else it goes.
Absolutely into Pinewood heaven, man.
Yeah, there's more good textures than bad ones.
I like feeling shit.
Same.
You know? In my fingers, but also emotionally.
Definitely.
There's many textures to our lives and feelings.
If my dog Little Garbage Pail was sitting right here and I was just going like that, and it was like meaningless, then what are we even doing?
Might as well cook them up and eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the mouthfeel.
Here you go. Or the twist.
The twist. But then there's one other one, right?
The lesson.
Yes. Right.
There's a lesson.
I forgot that the twist and the lesson were separate. We do a lot. We do a lot here.
We do.
We do a lot here.
Yeah.
So, okay. What do we think the lesson is? That
it sucks to be blind.
I don't.
I mean,
you got through it. You were experiencing a whole world unto itself there.
You couldn't watch Lost, I'll tell you that.
You could listen to it. Figure it out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Lost Season 2 is on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a lesson?
How about hindsight is 69/69?
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And maybe the title of the episode, but we'll see. Okay, so then we just need a twist.
Mm.
The twist is everything I handed you out of the texture sack was actually splinters. The whole time.
That doesn't work.
Okay.
That doesn't work. I see that you're rushing through our segment a little bit, but
yeah,
that's not.
Right, you're right. You're right. I'm trying to get to the part where we're done with work. But no, you're right. We need a real twist.
The twist is that Pee Wee Herman completely innocent. Didn't do anything wrong at all. Wasn't even in, well, wherever the place was that he was allegedly in. That's the twist.
I love that twist, and I would love to go back in time knowing that that was the twist and get to see him just keep being Pee Wee for our whole lives instead of having to take so many years off.
Yeah, this thing is having a lighting dysfunction.
Battery's probably dying out. Nothing gold can stay.
Yeah, I've been there. Oh. Yeah, that's a twist. Pee Wee Herman innocent.
That's a lovely twist.
Yeah.
It makes me happier that knowing that he died innocent.
You're right.
So, okay, we now have 4 minutes to do whatever we want.
Whatever we want?
Whatever we want. We still have not figured out what we do when we do this. So we could work on that a little bit.
Well, you know what, man? We spend so much time on this podcast thinking about what we should do, you know? Mm-hmm. And trying to do the best thing and shit like that. And sometimes, you know what, like maybe, just like, you know what I mean? Like, exactly.
Not to Pee Wee, though. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what we should do.
Yeah, we had this plan where it was like, okay, when we've done all our work, should there be a thing that we talk about every single time when we get to that point in the show? But I don't want to do that. This is when we just get to have fun.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm having so much fun right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, just like, is this a job to do this podcast? Oh, we don't get, what do you think we get paid for this?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'd like to.
Yeah. Hey, what if we got paid Nilla wafers? How about that?
I'd take it. I would take it. When I looked at that box and it was empty.
Pretty sad.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Would have liked it much better if there was some in there. Yeah. What do you think Javier Bardem, what do you think his favorite texture is?
Maybe the little makeup bibs that actors have. You know what they put around? They take them off right before going on to the set.
Yeah. When he shows up a little early to a Coen Brothers set. He thinks, oh, time to put on the bib. Hooray.
That was kind of alright accent for him.
You don't want to do it too much.
Yeah, that's probably his favorite texture, I would say.
Probably is.
How about you name a texture and I'll cast it?
You cast who plays it?
Yeah.
In the new Pixar movie Textures?
Yes.
Great. Okay. A marble countertop.
A marble countertop.
Yeah. Not a Marvel countertop.
Yes, thank you.
Not that. This is not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's a toss-up between Ben Stein and Steven Seagal.
Wow. They're always going out for the same roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear as. Wow.
Okay, and the marble countertop obviously is somebody's professor or their boss. But that's not the main character of Pixar's Textures. The main character of Pixar's Textures is a texture that thinks it's a different texture than it really is and aspires to be like the texture that it wants to be. So what's a texture that's like that?
So an orange that thinks it's a grapefruit.
Yes. Those are different textures.
Yeah, slightly. Just a little bit.
On the outside, somewhat. On the inside, very much.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. It's a grapefruit that initially thinks it should be an orange. Then it learns the beauty of being a grapefruit.
Yeah.
So, who plays the grapefruit? I have one, maybe.
What do you got?
Jay Baruchel?
I'm not familiar.
Okay. We can move on.
Jay Baruchel. Let's see. For me to play the grapefruit, assuming we can use deceased actors, I would do Bill Paxton.
What?
What?
As the lead in a Pixar movie?
He's got a great voice for a Pixar movie.
For the lead character?
Yeah.
Lead character's got to be somebody that kids can, like, relate to.
That's Bill Paxton, absolutely. He's got that voice.
I think we could ask 30 kids in a row, what do you think of Bill Paxton? And none of them would have anything nice to say.
Wow. Well, then they're dipshits.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Billy
Crudup?
Swing Blade guy.
Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah, how about Billy Bob Thornton?
You are never going to work for Pixar, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, who do you got?
Jay Baruchel.
Well, who the fuck is that?
No. I'll give you another one. Michael Cera. Too old now. It's too late for him.
That would. I guess that would work.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The difference between Michael Cera and Bill Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, what's one we can agree on? Michael J. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Michael J. Fox has the grapefruit that thinks he's an orange in Pixar's Textures.
Yeah.
Coming fall 2024.
I mean, shit, they're probably going to do something like that, too.
Sure, they've done pretty much everything. Except for this. Pixar's Metafiles.
If they want to do this, it's going to take a little green.
Yes.
A little bit of,
I've
currency.
It so far away.
Yeah.
A little bit of
this.
Yeah, a little bit of those. And I just want everybody to know that I got to meet Gary Busey's daughter one time. It was a real thrill for me. And she was very cool to talk to. She seemed fun.
This is part of the podcast. It's part of the sign up that I say.
It's part of the sign up that I say.
Oh,
now do one more good skateboard trick right over Pee-wee's lap. Paul Rubens, we miss you. Cool as fuck. 69. Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey.
I'm Jason Ford.
And you just watched the episode of Metafiles that you watched. And now you're seeing this. And it's the part where we say, it's like us. Subscribe to us. Comment about it.
Get on our shit.
Get on it. Build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Metafiles.